What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Mike Labernathy, and welcome to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. And today, everybody, I want to talk about how to produce freedom in your life and how to actually move forward in freedom. And it actually takes a word that is really disliked in a lot of ways: discipline. It actually takes discipline to produce freedom in your life. Saying no is actually what produces freedom. It's not restrictive. It's not negative. Saying no to things, saying no to what you want to do in the moment, in the short term, is what produces freedom. So think about it this way. Think about it with money. Think about it with food, right? Saying no to the donut is what produces health and freedom long term versus, wow, now I am strapped down by sickness, or I'm strapped down by being overweight. I'm strapped down by these things because I said yes to everything. Same thing with money, right? You get in debt, you all of a sudden become a slave to whoever you're in debt to. You owe them money first. And so it sucks away your cash flow. It sucks away all of your ability to be financially free and move around in freedom. And it's simply because you said yes and didn't say no, and you didn't have the discipline. And I think being able to control yourself, being able to manage yourself is one of the most important aspects of life. If you're not going to be able to manage yourself, it doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter what your training is. It doesn't matter what types of relationships you have. You are not going to be able to move forward. Think about it this way. Think about yourself as a car, right? If the car's steering doesn't work or the brake or gas doesn't work, that thing becomes wildly dangerous to drive. And that's the same thing if you can't manage yourself. If you are not functioning properly and systematically like you should, then at that point, life becomes really dangerous. And you see this happen a lot. You see this happen a lot with people. You see this happen a lot, especially in sports. Like, think about it. It's not money problems don't normally come from not having money. Money problems come from lack of self-discipline, lack of self-control, lack of management of oneself. And those money problems come from there. And you can see that for most professional athletes. Most professional athletes go broke after they retire. Why? They have money management problems, which come from self-management problems. And so if you have discipline, if you can cultivate discipline in your life, if you can cultivate your ability to work better, to find the real work that you need to do, if you can cultivate those things, it's going to produce freedom in your life. It's going to produce forward momentum. Saying no is what produces forward momentum in our life. And I think it's really important because this gets lost a lot in business. It's very easy. It is very easy to say yes to opportunity, or it's very easy to lose focus and be scattered everywhere all at once, or it's very easy to ignore the work that you actually really need to do. And it's very easy to ignore the work you need to do. And this translates back to life too in general. All of this translates back to your personal life. One of the definitions that I have for being lazy isn't that you don't do work. Being lazy is not doing the work you need to do that is best for you. So for example, it's like, oh man, I need to call, my job back. I need to do whatever I need to do. I need to make all these phone calls, but instead we start finding ourselves doing other little tasks that need to, like, oh, I've got to call this customer. I've got to call this client. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're not really calling the client. You're doing all these other works. Well, I'm just going to take care of some books, or I'm just going to do this and do that. But what is most important in the moment is having that discussion with your client. And that's laziness, is you actually avoid the real work with other work. And it's really sneaky. It's super sneaky. And so the discipline and the freedom that's produced is saying no to all the other things, and saying no to all the other types of work that you'll use as excuses to not do the one thing that you must do in order to continue moving forward. And that produces freedom. It's also the discipline to let go of yourself, to let go of what you want and your selfishness. Saying no to what you want in the short term is one of the best things that you could possibly do for yourself. Saying no and moving towards delayed gratification is so important, because that's really how life works. Because you're choosing between pain or pain. You're not going to be able to escape pain. Your choice is just, when do you get to feel that pain, now or later? And I think it's important to understand that, because with that comes the discipline. Like, let me face it and let me deal with it now, and let me do the thing that's uncomfortable for me to do today. Anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch y'all later. Peace.